What is the import mode? If you click to create a new project, and then let's give it a name, I'll say travel import, same place, but I don't skip the import mode and then click create. This is a import mode where you can do a lot of the heavy lifting of finding footage to import and organize ahead of time. So this is a different way rather than finding the files after the fact. As you create your project, now I can go to any folders, any devices. This could be an external hard drive. This could even be an SD or memory card with footage on it. And from here, we can just find the footage and files that we want. We can select entire folders. We can go into specific folders and find specific music clips that we might want to bring, specific or entire folders. All of that you can find here. You can change the view of this if you want that list view. You can search for files here, but basically it's going to be all of your folders just like they're organized on your computer. On the right, you can change the settings. So starting at the top, you can add these to a new folder or a new bin. Name that. I'm going to skip that for now. You can also choose to copy media. You would only really want to do this if you were importing from a memory card. So say you film some stuff, you plug your memory card into your computer, rather than just backing up your entire memory card, you can actually go in, find it under devices, and you would definitely want to copy that media then to the same, probably the destination would be same as project, or you can choose a location and you can create a folder for where you want your media to be copied. And that way, that media is backed up to your computer or to your external hard drive. And you'll need it to be backed up because once you take your memory card out of your computer, Premiere Pro will have no files to reference. And it's the same with an external hard drive. You have to have your media accessible, whether that's on the computer or on an external hard drive, for Premiere Pro to reference when you are editing. When you're importing footage, you're not actually making a copy into your Premiere Pro project file. It's just kind of reading it from your other place where it lives. You can choose to create a new sequence, and when you do this, it adds all of your footage to that sequence. So I'll just call this travel vlog opener, for example. And there's also some great tools here for automatically transcribing, media analysis. These are more advanced things, but for example, if you are editing a talking head video, an interview, a podcast video, anything like that, your YouTube video where you're chatting or talking, it will automatically transcribe it for you so that it has things like captions and translations and even text-based editing. All things we'll go over in the future. Media analysis is a newer feature where you can actually just search and Premiere Pro can intelligently find files for you based off of your searches. I'll have a separate lesson on that. So all that being said though, you find all the files that you want to import and then you just click import. And now we have a new project file with all of the footage we've imported, and all of that footage has been added to our timeline. Now, this is not the way that I like to edit and create projects. I like to do it a little bit more organized. This makes a lot of sense if you're doing something a bit more simple where it's like one camera and it's sequential and you know that the shots are going to be in order. Otherwise, I want to add them to the sequence automatically, and I would just probably use the other import method that I showed you. However, I did want to show you this because you can always go back to this import view, and there are ways to make it more organized. For example, if I do choose music, but I add this to a new bin called audio, then choose import, you'll see that it's added to an audio bin here. So you might want to go import one type of asset at a time, and you can just visually see it here rather than going and doing it from your Finder, for example, that we did last time. However, I prefer this method that I taught in the previous lesson. But I did want to cover that import window because Adobe keeps kind of pushing that and trying to make it work. All right, see you in the next lesson.